Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson. This is my cat Tack, and today's review is going to be on my #1 pick on my top 10 comedies list, and that is the movie Airplane. Now, it came out in 1980. It's not like I saw it in the theaters. I was only 8 years old, but later in life, when I was actually a teenager, is when I watched this movie for the first time and absolutely loved it. I fell in love with parodies. But before I get to my review of it, I'd like to definitely give a shout out to some honorable mentions. One being a close tie with this movie was the movie Friday, with Chris Tucker, and I love everything he does. But this is his best role ever he's ever done. If you haven't seen Friday, you definitely got to check it out. Definitely tied with my #1 pick. But also Me, Myself, and Irene, because I definitely like Jim Carrey. I'm a fan of his. He's in my top 5 comedians of all time. Love anything he does. The Naked Gun series, of course, the first one is pure gold, and the second one was almost even better than the first one, but I like the first one. The stuff with OJ notwithstanding, you can still go back and rewatch these movies and enjoy them for what they are. I love parodies. Another comedy, and yes, I'm going to say it, Deadpool. Definitely watch Deadpool. Even if you're not a fan of comic book movies, you can laugh at this movie. This movie is filled with hilarity, and it was almost on my #1 pick, but I think it might make my top 10 superheroes list. So that's why I just wanted to give it an honorable mention, because it's a superhero movie and it's a comedy, but one of the funniest, it's definitely the funniest comic book movie ever made. But those are my honorable mentions. What'd you think? If you've seen those movies, let me know in the comments below. But anyway, there's a great story that comes with the movie Airplane with me that still strikes me to this day. And this video is actually dedicated to my buddy Mac Wallace, because he was with me and we laughed for hours, for tears coming out. I couldn't even breathe. I was laughing so hard because, and y'all know this game, January 3rd, 1993, the Houston Oilers playing the Buffalo Bills. And at halftime, there was a 32-point spread, and there was no way they were coming back and winning this game. So at halftime, we go, let's pop in Airplane, because that was our favorite movie at the time. So let's watch that. Okay, so we start watching it, and it gets to the scene where the lady's being hysterical. She's freaking out, and like the nun comes up and like starts shaking her, slaps her around a little bit, and then there's like a line behind her of people that want to calm her down, and a guy with a baseball bat, and there's a guy with boxing gloves, like waiting his turn. But anyway, then it's not that I condone like abuse on women, but it's the context of it. It's made to be funny, so it is funny. But the doctor comes up, Leslie Nielsen, and he's all serious, calm down, it's okay, and smacks her, it's just okay. Then the stewardess comes up to the doctor and goes, excuse me, doctor, we need you in the cockpit. He's in all serious, I'll be right there. Then smacks her one more time, then walks off. I don't know why it triggered something in us. It may have been the alcohol, but we were dying laughing. We literally, and I say the term literally, rewound that scene at least 50 times, and that's not even an exaggeration. I don't even know how many there were. It was so many that we rewound and was just laughing and rewound and dying and laughing. I mean, for an hour, at least one scene, 10 seconds, we watched in an hour. But anyway, then we watched the rest of the movie, and then the movie shuts off. Oh, and I challenge you guys to find the drug deal in the movie. There's a scene where they're in the control tower, and they're the main characters are in the foreground and they're talking and everything, but in the background there's a guy comes up to another guy and he shows him like a big bag of marijuana, and he's like, check this out. The guy looks at it and like punches him in the stomach and runs off with it. It was so funny. I mean, that's another one of those scenes we had to rewind. Did we really see that? Oh my God, yes, they're making a drug deal in the background. And that's why I love movies like this, because they purposely put stuff in there. And I did not know the scene was in there the 5 or 10 times I saw it before this time. And just seeing it again, that's why I appreciate movies like I've seen Star Wars 100 times and I still can watch it today and see new stuff that I haven't seen, because I watch the background. You know, I appreciate filmmaking, so I look at stuff that they worked hard on. You know, even people that don't recognize, you know, they just want everything in their face and up front. Look at the stuff in the background, because people work on that just as hard as they do as the stuff in the foreground. But anyway, it's those two scenes. But at the end of the movie, we shut off the movie and the game was still on. Well, the game had just ended, and the announcer says to us, not to the world, the announcers say to us, if you have missed this game, you have missed the greatest comeback in NFL history. And we were like, what? We were stunned that we missed the best game in football history. And I looked it up. It's still to this day, 2017, as of February in 2017, it's still the greatest comeback in NFL history. And it just echoes to me every year, because I want somebody to beat it, so it'll just leave my mind to the mistake I made. But it was a great mistake, because I've got the best laughter that I've ever had in my entire life was that moment in time. So funny and so memorable. Thank you, Mac Wallace. That was great. Alright guys, well that's my review of Airplane. I hope you like the movie. If you don't, let me know in the comments below. I'm curious about you guys, if you like movies like this, you know, parodies and slapstick comedy. Because if you're like a fan of Saturday Night Live and skit comedy and stuff like that, like I am, you will love this movie. So definitely check it out. Alright, well remember to like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and keep in mind guys, to keep yourself happy every day. And the only way to do that is to remember, the only thing stopping you is you stopping. Bam!